What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Crew 2, and well, as you all know, it is Wednesday, which means a new summit is now live, and well, for this week, we actually have the Dodge Challenger RT Rift Edition, which you do get to test this vehicle out in a race in the summit, which I think is a good thing because it gives you a chance to actually use the vehicle before actually going after it. And then in gold, we have the legendary half-set boosted for the touring car class, which, honestly, I'm not a big fan of those affixed stats on that Nitro Chemist set. I mean, the other one I tested out on the touring car class before was honestly not that good, so I'll have to test this one out as well, but at least it could be another Nitro Chemist set for the touring car class you guys could customize to get the actual stats you might be looking for. Then moving over, we have Japan Bits, which gives us one of the weirdest looking tires and probably one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. Looking forward to seeing how that's actually going to look on a vehicle. Then gold, we have the Honda Civic Type R, which I would say basically everybody has this vehicle. Could we please get a new Civic Type R? My goodness, I'm not a big fan of that year. But nonetheless, in silver, we have the other half set for the monster truck class, which is probably one of the best sets I've seen so far. Now, if you guys happen to miss the first part of this legendary set, I recommend going after the second part, because even a couple of these parts on your vehicle can make a big difference, and it might be able to even complete your set if you're missing some parts in general. Now, jumping right into the next summit, it looks like a nice mix of events here. Besides that motocross stunt race, I know a lot of people are not big fans of those. And then on the bottom, we will have the new Z1000 ABS in the touring car class, which I hope this bike will be pretty good. Honestly, so far, a lot of the new touring bikes are actually really decent, so I feel like this bike will also be a good one to use on skills and or races in general. Moving over, we have the Forever Ferrari, which obviously in gold, we have the Ferrari F40 LM, which if you guys already own these vehicles that they give you, you will get some money back for those. And we'll have the second part of the legendary half set, which again, I'm not really looking forward to that set too much. Then in platinum, we have the red Storm X tire, which is a pretty cool looking tire, and I honestly do not use these too often. And then finally, we have the fabulous Las Vegas Summit, which gives us the multicolored nitro in gold. And then in platinum, we get the Fame Magnet boosted for the Alpha GP class, which compared to some of the other sets we've seen, this one will probably actually be a good one to go after, mainly because that is insanely useful and the Alpha races are pretty fun to do, get some good followers and a lot of money from those. Now moving over to the Muscle Tour Summit, so for the Slalom, I ended up running the Ram 1500 Rebel because I feel like this is literally the only car I'm using on these now, but I got 23,000 points, and for this one, I decided to take off that crazy set that gave you like 89%. I'm back to 75.8. I have like one part in there that's like 12%. I still got 155k, so just going to show you guys that you do not need that crazy set to get a good score on these. Now moving over to the Escape, I highly recommend not doing what I did on this one, guys. I mean, I got 70,000 yards. It's just not worth it. You do not need to do that. I would say 20k is plenty in order to get 155k or so. I just don't think you need to go this far unless you're shooting for like the world record or whatever, which obviously is 165,000 yards at the moment, which is crazy. I ended up actually turning around in this and going toward the actual little beacon because I didn't feel like going anymore. It's just not worth it. And then moving over to the low altitude, I ran the Zivko Edge on this one, started right off and went to the right and pretty much followed that all the way down and got 33,000 points. So this one's honestly pretty easy to do. The Zivko Edge is just so incredibly good, and I really do enjoy using this plane on a lot of these. Then moving over, we'll have a touring car race. I ended up using the Koenigsegg CCGT because I have decided to use different vehicles on these. I don't want to keep using the same like best like Renault or the Lamborghini Gallardo. I want to try a different car to see if other vehicles can compete, and it turns out the Koenigsegg is a really good car for these guys. It actually did a wonderful job. It handles great, and the Giants racetrack is also a really fun one to do. Moving down to the Shelby GT500 street race. Now this is actually the Mustang Shelby GT500, so if you guys ended up putting your parts on the Shelby GT500 like I did, you actually need to put it on the Mustang Shelby, which is going to be the new one, and this is a pretty fun race to do. The new Mustang's actually a pretty decent car, and to my surprise, it's a lot better than I really thought it was. It handles good, it sounds amazing, and I'm a really big fan of the Mustangs in general. Moving over, we'll have a touring car race for the Camaro SS, which honestly, this will be an US Speed Tour race, and I probably could have did a lot better on this one. I just didn't handle the Camaro that well. Even then, I still got 4 minutes and 35 seconds, so I would say this race is pretty forgiving, and luckily the Camaro SS is not that bad of a vehicle, which is good. And then moving down to the Force Vehicle Street Race, you get to drive the new Challenger, which honestly, I'm very excited for this car, and I'm looking forward to testing it out. Now, it is a 4-speed, and I still did manual in this race, which I really don't know why I did that, but the car still did a really good job. I feel like it's got a lot of potential, and it looks really nice as well. Then for the drag race, we're actually going to be here in South Beach, which is probably my favorite drag race to actually do, and the Viper's a pretty decent car. I'd say a lot of people would be running that one and or the Camaro, but nonetheless, 9 seconds got you 125k, which is pretty good. And then moving over to the final race in the summer will be a Rallycross mixed in a street race, which I was kind of confused when I first saw this, but luckily the race is a fun one to do, and the Cadillac Escalade just always comes through being amazing, and obviously the Mitsubishi Lancer is a great car to use as well, but this will pretty much be on the ground. I noticed guys going off-road with the Rallycross vehicles might not be the greatest idea. It does slow them down a lot because it's obviously not a rally highly rated vehicle. But nonetheless, that'll pretty much do it. If you guys have any questions at all regarding the Summit, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know your thoughts on the new Challenger as well. I'd like to know what you guys think about it. Anyway, let's get into the Summit.
3, 2, 1.